broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome. Thank you for taking part in this webinar to learn what is advocacy, how to be an advocate, and tools and tips to enhance your advocacy efforts. My name is Charmaine Anderson. I am the Director of Advocacy for Allergy and Asthma Network and will be the presenter for this webinar. My information will be provided at the end for you to contact me with questions. Allergy and Asthma Network, which I'll refer to as the network, thanks you for your interest in being an advocate for patients, so let's get started. What we believe. Our mission and core belief is together we can work to end the needless death and suffering due to asthma, allergies, and related conditions through outreach, education, advocacy, and research. The network's advocacy function is critical to our mission as we raise awareness and educate policymakers about the importance of smart and effective policies and programs to support the millions of Americans living with asthma, allergies, and related conditions. Key issues we advocate for include access to care and affordable treatment options and procedures, disease management, asthma and allergy program funding, and regulatory matters. What is advocacy? Advocacy is an act that supports or opposes a cause, idea, or policy with data, relationships, media, and messaging to raise awareness and educate government officials. This can be done by telling a member of Congress how a policy affects constituents, using social media to get the word out about a cause or issue, and meeting with a government official to explain how a particular problem or issue is affecting a particular group or organization, the environment, and the like. Advocacy is not lobbying. Lobbying is used to be a specific type of advocacy activity that involves direct support of specific legislation with political candidates or ballot initiatives. Why should you advocate? Well, why not you? There are many, including our elected officials, who don't know a lot about asthma, allergies, and related conditions, so we need people like you to get the word out. You can make a difference by raising awareness of these important issues. Laws can be changed or improved. You can establish trust and credibility among public policymakers and the media, and you have a story to share. How to get started. Allergy and Asthma Network is here to support you and have policy priorities which are available on our website and placed to guide you. It's important to prioritize your focus by starting with a decision on what it is that you want to accomplish and what it is you want to happen and by when. Secondly, identify who you want to meet with. By identifying and analyzing who you need to engage with to make sure your impact is achieved. Is it a state lawmaker, members in Congress, key staff member or agency official? Understanding your target audience allows you to tailor message and activities to gain the greatest impact. Third, develop a message, a statement that outlines why a change is important. Provide evidence that supports a statement with facts and figures. Highlight what you want to achieve and offer a solution to the problem. And make it personal. Share your own experience if possible. And a message can have a different impact depending on who delivers it. Determine if you're the best person to deliver the message based on your own experiences, or should you have someone join you, a professional in their field, whether it be a physician, a nurse, a researcher, or a caregiver, or a representative from a stakeholder organization to dive deeper into an issue. For example, a school nurse to discuss the need for nurses in schools and access to medication for school children. Fourth, have resources available. Allergy and Asthma Network has educational materials such as briefing papers, brochures, press releases, and news articles to support your efforts. And as you begin to advocate, it's important to ask yourself, what worked and what did not, and make adjustments to ensure the best outcome. Remember, advocacy is an ongoing process, so learning from your efforts is key. The next few slides describe the federal legislative process, but the state process is very similar. And how a bill becomes a law in Congress is a legislative proposal, i.e. a bill, is drafted and introduced by any member in Congress. House and Senate committees then evaluate and amend the bill and vote on whether to move it forward in the process. If the majority of committee members agree to move a bill forward, it is sent to the full House and Senate for consideration, where there are floor debates and amendments offered. Once a bill is reconciled and passed by both the House and Senate and approved by the President, the bill becomes law. Each bill is assigned a bill number. HR refers to bills originated in the House, and S in the Senate. Once a bill is signed into law, it is provided a public law number. Who are my elected officials? You have one U.S. representative representing your community in Congress. He or she may be referred to as congressman or congresswoman, representative, or more generally, member of Congress. Representatives serve in the United States House of Representatives, and you have 2 senators representing your entire state. Member of Congress is generally used to refer to both representatives and senators. And you can also find who your specific members in Congress are by following this link provided on the screen. And there are different ways to communicate with your elected officials: via letter, via email, via phone call, or in-person meetings. When writing a letter, it is important to keep your letter courteous, issues to a minimum, specific with key information, and include personal examples, and most importantly, keep it to 1 page. When delivering your letter, it's recommended to send letters by email and mail. Due to security measures in Congress, postal mail is oftentimes delayed and commonly referred to as snail mail. When writing letters to your members in Congress, use the title "The Honorable" for members of Congress, and for state legislators, use the title State Senator or State Representative. And provided on the screen are ways to address your correspondence when mailing your letters. And then in special circumstances, if your letter is directed to a chair of a committee, you include your title to say "Dear Chairman" or "Chairwoman." When advocating in person, we ask that you briefly introduce yourself and ask how much time is available for the meeting. Describe the issue and ask, are they familiar with the issue? Connect personally on the issue by sharing your own story if possible. Stay focused and ask for specific actions to be taken. Show openness to counter arguments. Not everyone will be supportive, but it's important to raise their level of awareness and education on an issue. If you don't know an answer, it's okay to say "I don't know," but offer to get it and follow up. Summarize any commitments made by the legislator or staff, and be sure to get contact information for follow-up. Offer to serve as a resource and provide additional information as needed. And certainly remember to say thank you. Other ways you can advocate is through social media channels, through a blog, providing public testimony in your hometowns, or through television, radio, and print options. We'll dive into social media a little bit. We have found social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter to be the most effective outlets to reach our target audiences with news and information, and are useful tools where policymakers and staff take note and oftentimes will respond directly within a post or even share your post to others in their network. In regards to Twitter, you are restricted to 140 characters, and in order to follow our profile here at the network, you can follow it at twitter.com/Allergy Asthma HQ, or send messages to us with the ampersand sign Allergy Asthma HQ. And each elected official has their own Twitter profile where you can tweet advocacy messages to them. And you can also find tweets from yourself and others by searching for the topic keyword or via a hashtag. Facebook makes it much easier to connect and share information to individuals online. For the network, we have our own Facebook page, which the address is located on this screen ahead. And also, you can tag the network in your posts by typing the ampersand symbol followed by your name at Allergy Asthma Network. Again, you can utilize Twitter in your Facebook post by just utilizing the hashtag. And again, many members also utilize Facebook for their own purposes, where they too have Facebook posts where they share information from their constituents or things that are happening on Capitol Hill. We do have an advocacy survey available, which allows us to understand and know what part of the country you live in, who your federal and state representatives are, issues you're interested in, and ways you'd like to advocate. So please join us and take part in our survey, which is available on our website at www.allergyasthmanetwork.org/advocacy. So this pretty much sums it up. Our issues are important. What you have to say matters. Let your voice be heard. And in closing, this does conclude our advocacy training webinar. It will be available on our website on the advocacy page, so you can refer to it as needed and refer others. At Allergy Asthma Network, we continue to develop this mission area, and your comments and questions are welcome. So please take note of my contact information provided here. Thank you for participating.